The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome out to Red Woodkey Park. Girard Trojans set to take on the Prairie View Buffaloes in what is senior night here for the Trojans. Here in Girard, they're going to have a varsity game, then the senior night festivities in between, followed by a JV game, and we will broadcast the first two of those for you here on Girard Sports Live. But Jess, BJ doesn't pay us enough to broadcast JV games.
No, but I think the JV team's had a really good season as well.
They have, but we'll never know it. Tonight, Trojans welcome in the Prairie View Buffaloes. Prairie View having a rough season, just 1-10 this year. Winless in their district, 0-4. And the Trojans come into tonight's game 11-3 overall, 1-1 in their district. I'm not really entirely sure if that district director is correct because of, max preps. So you can only 60% trust what you see on there. So the win total overall seems about right, 11-3 for the Trojans, but not sure about that district mark. But nonetheless, Prairie View's had a rough go of it this season. Running down their list of games, they've got a 14-0 loss to Santa Fe Trail, a 19-4 loss to Santa Fe Trail, then two 10-0 losses to Iola, 14-2 loss to Paola, a 19-12 loss to Burlington, probably one of their best games of the year. Their only win this year came back on the Tuesday night with a 4-1 win over Osawatomie at home. Other than that, it's been a long, hard season for Prairie View so far, so Trojans hopefully able to jump out on them here early. Leading things off is Garrett Culler, the second baseman for Prairie View. Takes low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. On the mound for the Trojans today is Jacob Combs. Foul tip in the dirt, 2-1. Well, Jess, our final regular season baseball game. They had some good ones last week. Had a walk-off win against Columbus. I guess that was a little over a week ago. And then a couple of good games against Galena. I believe they split that doubleheader. Or no, they win both.
I think they won
both
both
those games against Galena. So Good week overall for the Trojans, trying to cap it off here. There's a swing and a miss. Full count now to Color. Fouls this one back and out of play. There you go.
Right on top of us.
Bam.
Without a roof, I'd have had that, Josh.
Yeah. I reached out the window and caught it barehanded. Little ball peen hammer will get that dent out. Block of wood. And a strikeout for Combs. First K of the game, 1 down.
Put a little wrinkle on that one there and got the batter to swing through it.
Brings up Gabe Murillo, catcher. Drills this one out into left center field, so a 1-out single for Murillo. And Prairie View with their first base runner of the ballgame.
Going to have a courtesy runner. Going to have younger eyes. It's either 7 or 1 that's running.
It's going to bring up Cooper Conitzer, shortstop. Tips this one foul down the third baseline. Takes low and away. 1-1. Makes contact out into right field, so 2 singles. So 2 on, 1 out for Hunter Dunn. And he's probably the best batter in this lineup. Of course, he's batting cleanup, so you assume that. But according to Max Preps, he's batting .400 this season.
That's pretty good high school average.
He's, by the looks of their scoring totals this season, he hasn't come up to bat with lots of runners on. But right now with an RBI opportunity, runners at first and second, 1 out. Takes outside, 2-0. Three and 0. I guess if there's one hitter in this lineup you would walk, it would be this guy. That one on the outside corner.
Took
in there for a strike.
Yeah, took a little off that one to get it back in the zone.
The off speed something or another.
Yeah.
That one way outside, and bases are loaded, 1 down.
And a bit of a jam here in the top of the first.
Brings up Corey Nelson, the designated hitter.
Try to keep that ball down in the zone here. See if we can't get him to roll over one into the old double play ball. Infield's playing double play depth. Outfield's normal depth.
Nelson, designated hitter, cut out of the old John Kruk mold.
Could be twins.
Separated by a mere 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Foul tips that one. He's down on the count 0-2. Strikeout here would be big for Combs and the Trojans. These teams that are struggling, you still don't want to give them any confidence, especially early in a ball game, as he pops this one up into foul territory. Merrill is there and has it for the second out.
Batter would have been out of fair territory. The old infield fly rule.
Brings up Caden Walker, the pitcher. Prairie View. Bases loaded, 2 down. Walker could do himself some favors right here.
There we go.
Hits this one shallow. Second baseman over to make the play. That's Latham Muir. And he gets the third out for the Trojans, and they get out of the jam. We're scoreless. Headed to the bottom of the first. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770.
And
Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback
of
Service
course,
Center.
so is everyone else.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Trojans coming up to bat here in the bottom of the first. Drake Brooks lead things off for Girard. Brooks starting shortstop for the Trojans. Prairie View had bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the first. Trojans were able to get out of the jam without giving up any runs. As Jacob Combs got a strikeout for the first out of the inning, and then
Two pop-ups.
two pop-ups, one to the catcher and one to second base to end the threat in the top of the first. Now we'll see if the Trojans can make some noise here. With Brooks leading off, it'll be Brooks, Caleb Scales, and Alex Kester coming up here in the top of the first.
Through watching warm-up pitches there, Josh, I would recommend a little patience early in the count here. Make him throw a few strikes.
And maybe some quick reaction time to get out of the way. Yep, that one low in there for ball 1.
Kid has decent high school velocity, but he doesn't seem to have a whole lot of control here early. But he's thrown one pitch, so we'll see.
That one in there on the inside corner, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Little chopper down the third base line, foul. 2-2.
I think it's the first time Prairie View's had to come to Girard this year, Josh.
Or anything at all.
We've made a lot of trips up there.
Yes, sir. Worn a groove in the highway between here and Lake Scene this year.
Just a short left turn off 69, they tell me.
Yeah. That one drilled into shallow right field, and Brooks is on with the leadoff single. So 1 on, nobody out for Caleb Scales. Starting right fielder. Brooks takes off for second, throws in late. Brooks beats it, slides in head first, and in with a stolen base. That didn't take long. Count is 0-1 to Scales. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Caleb not being very patient with these first couple pitches. That one way outside, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Apparently there was some dispute during the Galena games last week about the pitch count. Yeah, it was a clerical point of order. Not sure if it got sorted out or if everybody just got tired of complaining. Didn't make much difference anyway. It was 4 or 5 run difference in the game. And Scales earns a walk after starting out 0-2.
Good at bat, Caleb Scales.
And that'll bring up Alex Kester, 2 on, nobody out. Kester has demonstrated the ability to go yard this year.
Be a good time for it. Wind's blowing, I don't know, it's blowing into this press box, but it looks like
Maybe like a 5 mile an hour wind. It's not much. The humidity today will make the ball not travel quite as well. But
a little heavy air.
that one in there low, 2-0 now the count to Kester. Runners first and second, nobody out for the Trojans. Here in the bottom of the first, that one's low and away. So here's a stat for you. The pitcher with the best ERA for Prairie View's ERA is 12.83. Just
Give up a little bit of runs.
give up some runs, yeah. That one in there for a strike, 3-1.
Which if you're the, what was it, the 27 Yankees batting order, you could probably win a few games with a 12 ERA. Was that what they called Murderer's Row?
Yeah,
Ruth and Gehrig, and
yeah.
that's about as deep as I can go in that lineup. But
Yeah, if I sat and thought for an hour, I might be able to come up with another name. Little dribbler down the third base line. Kester is going to leg it out to first. He's in safe. Everybody's safe, so bases loaded, nobody out for Wyatt Foley.
Now batting center fielder number 23, Wyatt Foley.
That one way inside, ball 1. Another one way inside, 2-0.
catcher's going to go try to calm his pitcher down. Maybe ask him what they want for supper.
Well, if you're in Girard, you at least got a couple of choices. Outside, 3-0.
Red light. Might even take 2 right here, Josh.
Mm-hmm. Baseball's a game of statistics, but in high school, you don't always have them all at your disposal. That one's hit into the gap into left center field. It's going to drop for a hit. That's going to score Brooks. And Scales right on his heels. And now here comes Kester after the overthrow at third. So Trojans score 3 on a 3 RBI triple by Wyatt Foley.
Batting in the fifth position, catcher.
That's going to bring up Ethan Merrill,
Merrill.
Trojan catcher. Merrill up. Man on third, nobody out. Chopper over the mound. They're going to get over to first for the out. But another run scores.
Productive out, RBI. Good job, senior catcher Ethan Merrill.
That'll bring up Hunter Bennett, first baseman for the Trojans. Takes low, ball 1. Trojans just 11 runs away from that magic number.
That's right.
It's drawn nearer by the at-bat. Now the heck was that a strike? On the outside corner.
It's a 4-run first inning strike.
Yeah, it's on the balcony of the outside corner. Fouls that one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes count to Bennett. Rips this one into left center field, drops right in front of the left fielder. And Bennett on with a 1-out single. And Trojans back in business. That'll bring Brock Scales to the plate, playing left field tonight for the Trojans. Way inside, gets past the catcher, and Bennett's going to take second on the pass ball. Want to know the count to Scales. Rips that one down the third baseline, fair. That's going to score Bennett. And Scales is on to second with a double. RBI double for Brock Scales. Trojans lead at 5-0. And that'll bring up Jacob Combs. Combs is on the bump tonight for the Trojans. Takes the first pitch strike. Throw down to second. Hits Brock Scales on the shoulder. He appears to be functioning. Guys in the dugout are having a good time with him. 1-1 the count now to Combs. Takes one in the dirt, 1-2. Senior night for the softball girls as well. But we were over there earlier this week, Jets.
That's, well, yeah.
Been there
Tuesday
done that,
night,
right?
wasn't we?
Yeah, that's right. Whoa, way inside. 3-1 now, or I'm sorry, full count. What? 2-2 now to Scales? Yeah. Or to Combs?
3-1, I believe.
Yeah, it should be. That's why. Swing and a miss. Now full count. Pitch here to Brock Scales. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 2 down. That'll bring up Leif Muir.
Now batting second baseman, number 10, Leif Muir.
Muir playing second tonight for the Trojans. Trying to score Brock Scales from second. Oh, wild swing at a high and outside. That's the kind of swing I'd take it. Makes me nostalgic from my Little League days. Way inside, that's going to get past the catcher. And into third is Leif Muir. Or I'm sorry, is Brock Scales. Little chopper to short. Throw over to first is in time to end the inning, but not before the Trojans put 5 runs on the board. And they lead at 5-0 here heading into the second inning. You're watching Trojan baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Leading things off for Prairie View here in the top of the second is Gage Belcher, third baseman for Prairie View. Gomes got himself into a bit of a jam in the top of the first. This one's belted into left field, but right under it is Brock Scales for the first out of the inning.
1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll bring up Colby Garrettson, first baseman. First pitch fouled into the dirt. 0-1.
Big kid here.
Another foul into the dirt, 0-2.
Stay away from him here, way ahead. Got a pitch your waist. Good spot.
Almost went for it. Able to check that swing. And there's the strikeout for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Trevor Brooks. Nobody on, 2 out. Right fielder. Combs having a much better second inning than he had first inning. Just kind of, sometimes pitchers take a little while to get in the groove. On low for ball 1. miss, tipped it. Hit Merrill in throwing hand, so the umpire going to go give him a second to gather himself. That went inside, 1-2. Or 2-1, I'm sorry. 2-1. That one gets past Merrill. 3-1. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Count moves to 3-2. Ooh.
Huh.
He's going to issue a walk. I'd have rung him up on that one.
Huh. Good spot.
Back to the top of the order now for Garrett Culler. Struck out his first time up. That one in there for a strike. Apparently the outside corner is significantly larger than the inside corner. 0-2 now the count to Culler. On the ground to second, force out to end the inning by Brooks, and that'll do it for Prairie View here in the second inning. Trojans coming up right after the break. You're watching Trojan Softball on Girard Sports Live.
Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also your place for Pit Boss and Traeger grills? Plus, they have the supplies you need to whip up a tasty meal for the whole family. From pans to pellets, you'll find it all at Chronister's. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Back to the top of the order for the Trojans here in the bottom of the second. Drake Brooks set to lead things off. He singled his first time up, had a stolen base, and scored the Trojans' first run. That's pretty much everything you ask for out of your leadoff hitter.
Now playing shortstop, number 1, Drake Brooks.
Rips this one to short. And legs it out. How about that? Drake Brooks showing off the speed.
Good hustle.
As that was a routine ground ball to short that he was able to leg out for the single. So Brooks 2 for 2 today, and that'll bring up Caleb Scales. He walked his first time up and scored the Trojans' second run.
Drake can make this a double on the very next pitch right here.
Stays home this time. Takes outside 2-0. There goes Brooks. And he's in safe with another stolen base. And I didn't see the call. There was a strike on that pitch, so 2-1 now the count to Caleb Scales. Trojans already with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Oh. Here's that outside corner. See if the batter's in the box on the other side, that's a ball.
Yeah, that's a ball if no matter where he stands. That's in the other batter's box.
Count full now, 3-2.
Good job by Prairie View pitcher there to see if he could expand it.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Throw one over there at third. Brooks takes off. Throw over to third, not in time. He's in there with another stolen base. So now Scales earns the walk. So runners first and third, nobody out for Alex Kester. Kester singled, scored a run.
Yeah, they're not
5-run top of the first.
They're not holding Scales on, so I suspect he's going here, but not. That's what I get for thinking.
Never think.
I mean, first baseman's not holding him on, so he could get a great big lead and just. And he did that time. Kester fouls it off.
1-1 the count to Kester. That one high. 2 balls and a strike.
Same
2.
pitch, different result. Tough on a hitter when you don't quite get dialed in on what is a strike and what's not. But Scales still at first base here, full count.
Scales goes. Pitch in the dirt, and Kester earns a walk. Bases loaded, nobody out again for Wyatt Foley.
Chock full of Trojans out there.
Yeah, there's going to be a trip to the mound.
Or halfway to the mound. Pitching
Going
change.
for a pitching change.
Left fielder. A right fielder. Who was playing right field?
No, who's on first? I thought you knew that. Trevor Brooks coming in from right. He'll take the mound.
Woo! Little smoother throwing motion.
So Foley will have to settle in on a new pitcher.
He had a 3-0 pitch to the left center field gap to score 3 runs his first time up.
Hope he bottled that.
Of course, makes a liar out of me. I'd have took a couple pitches, and he just swings 3-0.
Sometimes it's good to go against the conventional wisdom.
Amen to that. I'm not afraid to swing 3-0. Not afraid to throw 3 or 4 curveballs in a row.
Drive through a toll booth.
Drive through a toll booth.
Yep. I mean, if it's in Florida, are they really coming for you? Probably not.
They might mail you a letter, though, and you have to mail them a check.
A real
back.
nasty
Yeah.
letter that you can promptly ignore. So I could be wanted in Florida, Jess. That's what I'm saying.
What you're saying is,
Yeah, no more going to Disneyland for me. I'm about as welcome there as Ron DeSantis right now. So
let's go Wyatt.
Wyatt Foley here with another opportunity. Pick up some RBIs, put this game a little further out of reach. Bases loaded, nobody out. Trojans leading at 5-0 over Prairie View. This one in the dirt, and the runners will just stay. It looks like Brooks could have scored there, but didn't have very good jump on it. You can't always tell how it's going to carry him off of the backstop, so everybody stays home. 1-0 the count to Foley. And again, you might just want to make sure they can throw you some strikes.
Right.
Two and 0 now the count to Foley. Fouls this one back into the net.
Had a good rip
2-1.
at that one.
He did. That one was headed for the gap. Bad intentions.
They've got center fielders shaded over a little to the left field side. Right fielder, there's a big gap in right center field.
Foley gets a hold of this one, rips it between short and third, and that's going to score Brooks. And the Trojans lead it 6-0.
Somebody put a quarter in the merry-go-round. Just keep going around and around.
Keep the line moving, like the Royals used to say, back when they used to keep the line moving.
Probably in another 30-year drought.
Yep, every 30 years we experience glory. Was it the Jayhawks made us wait 30 years?
Win.
Between 85 and 2006 or whenever they won it. Before this most recent time. Royals 30 years, Chiefs a little longer. I know it's early in the year, but they don't look like they're on the way to the World Series this year.
It is early,
1-1.
but no, they're not making it. Stranger things have happened.
Yep, in movies.
Maybe
1-2 the count to Merrill.
Maybe they get Roy Hobbs somewhere.
Yeah. Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn.
Give them the heater.
Merrill rips this one down the line, foul down the left field line, and he turned on that one. Count stays at 1-2. In the air, left center field. Ranging back to make the play is the center fielder. Runners tag in advance, and Caleb Scales will score. So now there's runners on the corners for the Trojans, 2 down. Brings Hunter Bennett to the plate. Bennett singled. Scored a run. Fouls this one back into the net, 0-1. fouled back.
Wyatt Foley getting a workout at first base. He's left both times here, and Bennett's fouled both pitches off.
He's out there running gassers. Foley gets back to first in time. Oh, and 2 the count to Hunter Bennett. Little chopper to second. They're going to go to second for the force. For the second out, Kester's going to score on the fielder's choice.
Now batting left fielder, number 17, Ross Ayers.
Ball not hit hard enough to turn a double play. Good job by Prairie View there to get the lead runner. Brock doubled his last time up, right down the third base line. Takes that pitch high. Ball 2, 2-0.
Got an RBI double. And advanced on a pass ball. He was stranded on third. Heading the count here, 3-0.
There was the 3-0 take. He set that ball on a tee.
And there's a walk. 2-out walk. Issued by Brooks. And that'll bring Jacob Combs to the plate. Struck out his first time up. Runners second and third for Combs. Takes the first pitch strike. Outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Well, Jess, last game of the season, I feel like we're kind of getting the hang of this thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love baseball.
That pat throw gets away from the shortstop. And Hunter Bennett takes third. Runners at the corners. There's a shot to short. And safe. The first baseman bobbled the throw. So Bennett scores. Trojans lead at 9-0. Combs on with an RBI single. Or are you going to call that E3?
Ball's in the dirt. Yeah, I tried to field it on the hop. So yeah, it's an E6. I'll give the First baseman does only have a few jobs to do, and catching the ball is one of them. But
Small talk is one of them.
chatting them up.
Yeah,
Hey, old buddy.
Your best chatterbox is always
Yeah.
your first baseman, right? Or your catcher. So runners first and second, 2 out for Leif Murr. Down in the count here, 0-2.
He doesn't see very many pitches he doesn't like.
No, he's taking some, what I would call fairly wild swings.
Yeah.
At some not very good pitches.
Ah,
There you go. Pop that one up.
straight up.
And shortstop in to make the play, and that'll do it for the Trojans here in the bottom of the second, but not before they add 4 more runs. They lead at 9-0. Third inning coming up. On the other side of the break, you're watching Trojans baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Welcome back to Red Woodkey Park. Trojans lead it 9-0 after 2 innings. 5 in the first frame, 4 in the second. Prairie View threatened in the top of the first. They had bases loaded, 1 out. But Trojans able to get out of that. Jacob Combs got a strikeout and a couple pop-outs.
Outside.
So that's outside?
That's too far outside, evidently.
I figured it would have had to hit somebody in the on-deck circle. Cross for the first out of the inning. Nice play over there at short.
Third.
Or third by Alex Kester.
Batting shortstop, #4, Cooper Nixon.
That'll bring up Cooper Konitzer. Konitzer singled his first time up. Stranded on second. Pops this one up into the air. Combs is under it. Now Kester comes in to make the play, and that's going to do it.
Just 2 out.
Oh, that's just 2 down for Prairie View here.
They about made the cardinal sin letting a pitcher catch an infield pop-up. I think that's an unwritten rule against all baseball gods that can never happen.
Dodged a bullet right there. That'll bring up Hunter Den. Grounder up the middle. Drake Brooks ranges over to make the play off the hop, and Bennett can't handle it over at first.
Nice
Sometimes
play.
you don't get a good hop off of this field turf like you might off of dirt or a more even surface. Sometimes it gets a little swirly on
Right,
you.
it gets a little hoppy.
And that's going to bring up Corey Nelson, designated hitter.
Brooks showing his range, fields that about behind second base.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. Low and away, 2-1.
Well, brag about the turf fields here in Girard. I bet there's not too many people playing today, Josh.
No. And a swing and a miss. 2-2. Now, if that's, we talk about some of the weird hops the ball will take, and sliding on this surface is a little weird. But if you're trying to get a game in, this is a good surface. That's for sure. Count now full 3-2.
Good job there by Nelson to spit on that pitch. That's a tough take. 2 strikes on you.
And he earns himself a walk. So now runners first and second, 2 out.
Now having a pitcher, number 3, Hayden Walker.
Now Caden Walker up at the plate. I think he's playing right field now. He was the starting pitcher but got chased in the second inning.
There's that outside corner. It works both ways.
As long as it's consistent, that's all you can ask for.
Maybe.
One and one. Being an umpire is a thankless position, so can't give him too much grief.
Nope. Terrible job.
I love nitpicking balls and strikes, but I sure as heck wouldn't want that guy's job.
Well, the best part about being an umpire is you're never wrong.
Right.
You're right every time.
Right.
Good pitch.
And that's going to do it for Prairie View here in the top of the third. Trojans coming up in the bottom half of the inning. They lead at 9-0. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Trojans lead at 9-0 here, heading into the bottom of the third inning. Once again, Drake Brooks going to lead off for the Trojans. He's led off every inning for Girard. Fouls this one away down the right field line. Brooks singled his first time up, had a stolen base, scored the Trojans' first run. Singled his second time up, had 2 stolen bases, scored the Trojans' 6th run.
Been busy out there.
Yeah.
Made a couple nice plays defensively.
Need a drink of water. Down in the count here, 0-1. Takes low, 1-1. Trojans have gotten great production out of the top half of their order here tonight. Brooks, another chopper. They better field it quickly. He's across, and they're going to call him out. I think the foot has to be on the bag.
Well, great
would've-
job by the first baseman.
I'd appeal that one to the home plate umpire. Well, good play there to get Brooks.
Great job by that first baseman.
I'll bring Caleb Scales to the plate. Scales has walked his first 2 times up, scored a couple of runs. Trojans' 2nd and 7th run. Takes inside, ball 1. That outside corner doesn't go quite
Yep.
that far,
So
just
that's too far outside.
Just a bit outside.
Don't know how they lay off.
2-0. How'd he lay off of that one?
We probably not imitate Major League too deep.
Nope. I can sit here and quote lines from it all night, but I don't think our viewers would appreciate that. 3 balls, no strikes. No?
Maybe one of the best baseball movies of all time.
If not the best. That one, Bull Durham. That's a good one. Although I'm not really sure that's a baseball movie. It's like a love story
Yeah.
that takes place on a baseball team.
Well, when you get taught to breathe through your eyelids, they teach a lot of important baseball stuff.
Right. Alex Kester now up at the plate. 1 on, 1 out after Scales draws the walk. Throw down to first, not in time. It's a hold of that one, but right to the second baseman, but it eats him up. Scales turns the corner on second, headed into third, head first, he's got it. Ball gets past the third baseman, but everybody's going to hold, and Kester has a stand-up double.
Ball went in the dugout, so everybody gets one more base. They should. I don't know where Kester was when the ball went in the dugout, but yeah, they're going to give him third base as well. They should.
So we'll call it a triple.
So or a single and 2 base error, one of the other.
Yeah, one of them. For the purposes of my scorebook, we're going to call that a triple.
I'll play your little game
I
with the camera.
can't get too complicated with it now. You like that?
Well,
Yeah. Brings up Wyatt Foley. Tips
Ouch.
that one.
That
0 and
hurts.
1 now the count. To Foley.
boom.
That one a deep left field. It drops in fair just inside the line. Kester's going to score. And Foley will hold up with an RBI double.
Might have been a premature boom. But,
It was mostly a boom.
but he hit it pretty well. See if I can't find an update on the girls over there.
Brings up Ethan Merrill. Merrill grounded out to short his first time up, flew out to center second time up. Takes way inside. That ball gets past the catcher, and Foley's going to take third on the pass ball. So now Wyatt Foley, 90 feet away. Trojans just 4 runs away from that magic mark, Jess. Merrill takes high and inside, 2-0. It's senior night here in Girard, and we'll stick around after the game for the senior night festivities. Trojans graduating 7 players off this baseball squad. Of course, the Trojan girls The softball team having their senior night as well, but they're only graduating one senior, but she will be missed. That's Lexi Robinson. Fantastic pitcher for the Trojans this year. But a senior-laden baseball squad here tonight for the boys. Count now 2-2 to Merrill. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-1 now the count to Merrill. And he earns himself a walk. Runners at the corner, one down for Hunter Bennett. Bennett singled his first time up. Scored a run. Reached base on a fielder's choice the second time up, but scored also then as well. So hits this one foul down the left field line. 0-1. Runner goes. Little chopper in the dirt to third.
He's off the base.
Did they call him out?
I don't.
They did, but Foley scores from third on the play. Two down.
Now batting left fielder, number 17, Robert Scales.
Scales takes high and inside, ball one. Scales doubled his first time up, walked his second time.
Batting out of the 8th hole in the lineup, and he's third at bat in the 3rd inning.
Yep.
So these Trojan boys have done a good job of, like you said, passing the baton.
That one in the dirt. Catcher able to knock it down, but doesn't quite realize it. Lost it for a second.
Update on the girls' game. They're tied up 4-4 going into the top of the 7th.
More drama than this one right here as Trojans lead this one 12-0. There's a hit between short and third. And they're going to hold Ethan Merrill at third. So runners at the corners, two down for Jacob Combs.
Now batting number 6, Jacob Combs.
Combs struck out his first time up, singled his last time up. That one in the dirt, gets past the catcher, and Scales is on to second on the pass ball. So now two runners in scoring position for Combs. Heading the count here 2-0. Whoa. Little chin music there for Combs. He's able to get out of the way. Counts 3-0.
Buzz the tower.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Not a baseball movie.
Nope.
Could be a volleyball movie.
And Combs earns the walk. That's going to bring up Latham Ur. He's been the final out of the inning, both in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second, trying to avoid being the final out here in the bottom of the third.
Well, to his respect, he has come up with 2 outs both times. I'm going to have a pitching change here. I can't.
I bet you he comes out swinging, Jess.
18. Number 18.
The money's on he comes out swinging.
Micah Eastwood.
So I wonder whose roster lineup spot he's taking, because he's coming off the bench, so somebody's got to go.
Thank you.
And he's replacing Trevor Brooks.
Who was pitching.
Right. So Brooks will take a seat. Caden Walker stays out at right. And now Micah Eastwood will take the mound for Prairie View. Trojans leading at 12-0. Large crowd on hand here tonight for senior night. And again, those festivities coming up after this varsity game, and then it'll be followed by a JV game.
If you would like to watch the JV game, drive on
Come
to
on
town.
out. Yeah. Come on out to Redwood Key Park. If you get here early enough, you can watch Jess and I pack up all this gear.
Yeah. And eat a hot dog, maybe.
Yeah. Not me. You go right ahead. Hot dogs throw the whole assembly line into reverse for me. It's not a good.
Hot dogs and ballparks.
Yep.
All right, Lath.
Takes one half a mile outside, ball one. Hacks at that one in the air, shallow left field. And to make the play for the final out is Hunter Dunn. And that does it for the Trojans in the bottom of the third, but they had 3 more runs. They lead it by a dozen. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our Express Care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center Clinics and Express Care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Brock Scales going to take the mound for the Trojans. They go to a pitching change. Scales in from left field, and I believe Combs has moved out to left field. Can't tell because he's a mile away out there. That'll bring Gage Belcher to the plate to lead things off for Prairie View. He flew out to left his first time up. This is just the second time through the Prairie View order.
Yeah, Combs did a great job after he got out of that first inning.
Takes high, ball one. Sun peeking out. How about that?
Looky here, I put my sunglasses
Almost forgot what it looked like.
Not raining.
Here. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Belcher.
Ooh. Stayed on top of that curveball, left it high, but had a nice little break to it.
2 balls and a strike. That one in the dirt outside. Rips this one right back at the pitcher. Scales couldn't get the glove down. Brooks over quickly.
Got him.
His throw high, but Bennett able to make the play over there at first base, and the Trojans record the first out of the inning.
Nice job by Hunter Bennett to come off the bag, and
good range by Brooks, too, to get over there and play that one.
Another ball fielded behind second base.
That'll bring up Colby Garrettson, first baseman, struck out his first time up. Takes low, ball 1. That one in there for a strike.
Scales pitching from the stretch with nobody on, as a lot of relievers do. Oh, good call.
That one in there for a strike.
Kind of outside corner again. Curveball.
It's still there, that outside corner. Fouled down their third base line. 1-2 to count to Garrettson. Fouled down the first base line. And off his hands, you see him shake his hand out as he headed back to the plate. And a swing and a miss on a big looping curveball. 2 down.
Well, the girls have kind of fell apart over there. Just got a text says now it's 9-4 in the top of the 7th with 2 outs and a pitch and change.
Now we kind of saw that a week or so ago when they played Columbus, able to take the lead late in that ball game and then just got away from them late.
Yep.
That one on the inside corner, 1-1 the count to Trevor Brooks. Actually, this is Micah Eastwood in there for Brooks.
Gets a called strike over the legitimate outside corner right there. Scales doesn't let any grass grow now. He works fast. He wants that ball and wants to pitch it again.
That one in the dirt outside. 3-1 now the count to Eastwood. Hits this one in the air to right field. Back to field it on the fly, backtracking. Nice play out there by Caleb Scales for the third out of the inning.
Little brother.
Trojans still lead it by a dozen. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. When we come back, you're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price.
Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery.
Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Trojans lead at 12-0.
Hey, Josh, guess who's leading off this inning?
Drake Brooks. He has led off every inning for the Trojans. Just going to keep a good thing going here in the fourth.
Yep. It's worked so far.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Prairie was able to retire him. He's last time up on a good play.
Bang, bang play that I still dispute that the first baseman's foot was on the bag. Takes low and away, 1-1. High and away, 2-1. Fouls this one back. Out of play. 2-2. Low and inside, full count. Brooks singled his first 2 times up, scored a couple of runs. Grounded out to short last time, if you believe in that. He earns himself a walk here. Leadoff man on now for Caleb Scales. Oh, Ethan Davidson into the game now.
Pitch way inside and over his head. There's the official announcement.
Notification that Davidson has replaced Scales.
And Trevor Emershak has come on down deck circle to Trojan baseball team's deep. Davidson started quite a few games himself. So when you can replace starters with starters, that's a good problem Coach Dunlap has.
Low and away. 3-1. Thought for a second that was going to be called a strike. Like that one. Full count. Little flare into shallow right field. There to make the play is the right fielder, and hustling back in time is Drake Brooks.
Now back, number 16, Trevor Engelstadt.
Brings up Amershak, his first trip to the plate tonight. In for Alex Kester. Would assume that Amershack's going to play third. Either that or they're going to swap out him and Brooks. See how that all plays out when the Trojans take the field again. Amershack down to the count 0-1. Down at his feet 0-2. Or 1-1, I'm sorry. Way inside. Two and one. Offers at that one, chops it foul into the dirt. 2-2. High, full count.
Might see Brooks in motion right here. Full count. Might as well send him.
Fouls that one away. Not a white Toyota, but that was a car that hit. You're the owner of a silver Chevy Malibu.
Here comes another one.
Yep. Oh, oh man, somebody's RAV4 this far. Woo!
I parked down by the playground.
Wise beyond your years, Jess.
Been here once.
Yeah, I parked way back. It's going to have to be the mother of all foul balls to hit my car. There's a ripper over short into shallow left center. It's through the gap. Drake Brooks puts his head down because he knows he's in for a run as he rounds third and headed for home. Trojans lead it 13-0 as Amershack in with an RBI double. Brings up Wyatt Foley, no stranger to picking up RBIs.
And he is the
Foley's
winning,
got 5 RBIs tonight.
and he's the winning run.
And he's scored 2 runs. So the guy's responsible for 7 of these 13 runs. And you're right, Jess, he represents the winning run, according to the Acacia run rule.
Which want me to tell everybody what the run rule is?
15. Yeah, go ahead, Jess. You never get tired of it.
It is 15 after 3. It's 10 after 5. And this year they implemented a 1 after 7 rule.
I see what you did there. Inside. 3-0 now, the count to Foley. Man, the way that he's been swinging the bat, you might just throw this one in the dirt.
Well, he's going to swing
Pitch
at it.
to the next guy.
He's going to hit it if he likes it.
Can't red light a guy who's responsible for 7 runs, can you?
Nope.
Held off on that one, 3-1.
Not to his liking. I'm sure he had the green light if he wanted it.
Foley signed to play JUCO ball at Fort Scott. And he will earn the 1-out walk. Now runners first and second for Ethan Merrill. Merrill grounded to short his first time up, flew out to center, and then earned a walk and was stranded on third. Ooh, swings a 1 on the inside. 0-1 the count to Merrill. First pitch swinging.
Ripped
Fouls that one away.
Yeah.
Now 0-2 quickly on Merrill.
Right in the Girard dugout.
Look alive, boys. Is that what they mean by letting the game come to you, Jess?
Yeah, that would come to somebody in there.
Yeah. Don't mess up your orthodonture. Outside. Catcher collided with the umpire. Thinking about doing the throw down to first. Hunter Dunn. Got a little piece of the umpire. Ooh, that one hit Merrill. Doesn't charge the mound, though.
No.
Good job.
Nope, nope. Heavens, no.
Bases loaded. One out now for Hunter Bennett.
Puts the winning run to second base, though, in scoring position.
See, I grew up watching Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, you didn't charge the mound against him.
No, you did not.
Last year was Robin Ventura.
Yeah, Robin Ventura, I'll never forget. Charged him out against Nolan Ryan and just got manhandled. That one's ripped out into left center field. And off the wall, that's going to score the winning run. And that's your ball game as the Trojans win this one 15-0. Stay tuned for senior night festivities here at Redwood Key Park. Again, 7 seniors graduating off of this Trojan squad this year. So it's a busy senior night.
Yep, going to be a long senior night. But we're just doing the baseball senior night, unlike Frontenac when we was there.
There was a couple schools that did that, whereas anybody who did anything at all got recognized.
The whole senior class.
Right. It was like pre-graduation.
Well, the boys have had is this the final regular season game, Josh?
I believe so.
I believe so, too. So they've had a
12-3.
Yep.
Respectable mark.
Maybe even, they've had a really good season.
And they, like we mentioned, they are going to host regionals. We are yet to find out whether or not we're broadcasting any of those games here on Girard Sports Live.
We will let you know.
But this is a beautiful facility for baseball, so
come out.
Come on out and witness the game.
And
There's nothing quite like seeing it in person.
I do believe they charge for regional games. That's a Acacia rule, not a Girard rule.
Like charge for food or charge to get in the game?
Admission, yeah.
Huh.
I don't know that to be 100% true, but I did hear one time.
Well, I'm just going to keep my opinions to myself. For once in my life.
Acacia.
Yep. Enough said. Oh, Trojans win this one 15-0, and Prairie View falls to 1-11 on the year, 0-5 in their district. And does every team in the district make it to districts, Jess, or do they just take the top? How does that work?
I don't know, Josh.
Not
I wish
entirely
I could tell
familiar
you.
with it.
I think every team, it's a round robin tournament. But it is, from here on, it isn't a single elimination tournament.
So one and done.
Yep, you can't lose another game. Get a good view of the Girard coaching staff. Brendan Schmidt, Coach Dunlap, Coach Leslie.
And a big pole.
Yeah. That's, not to be confused with Coach Leslie.
We do want to take time to thank all of our sponsors, especially Crawcan, our presenting sponsor this year for Girard Sports Live, but everybody across the community who chips in. And I'm not sure if you're familiar, but BJ and Harris Media Services, they do this type of service for lots of schools across the state of Kansas, but no other school anywhere in our family or network or whatever you want to call it, puts the money where the mouth is, quite like the Trojans do and the community of Girard does. And so you take your hat off to all these local business owners. And if you're a Trojan fan and you've watched these broadcasts throughout the year, make sure when you're stopping into one of these local businesses, tell folks that you appreciate them supporting the Trojans, supporting Girard Sports Live, because we certainly couldn't do it without their help. So keep that in mind this year when you're out there making all your purchasing decisions. Support those people who support your schools and shop local, I guess would be the mantra, right?
Yeah. Well, a little bad news update on the girls' game. They lose 7-9. High scoring affair on a softball game.
And they are doing the same thing that the baseball team's doing, a varsity game and then a JV game over there at the softball complex.
And you mentioned earlier, their senior night won't last as long with
just Lexi.
One senior.
Maybe they just drag it out and talk real slow about Lexi.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. She's been a really nice starting pitcher the last couple of years for them.
4-year starter.
So, Dunlap giving directions on how he wants everybody to walk.
Got to have those special instructions sometimes.
True baseball coach style.
Yep.
You go here, I'll go there.
I myself have forgotten how to walk a time or two.
Well, I'm pretty good at walking as
have
long
the
as I'm not
scars to
talking.
prove it. Yeah.
Right. Doing two things at once.
Chewing gum.
Right.
Yeah. Getting set for the senior night festivities. Jess and I promised to shut up during all of this.
Maybe.
Hey, Prairie View's got pizza over there. I mean, we can
pizza.
Sneak our way into that line over there.
What
You see it? It's
Yeah.
Domino's. They went a long way for that.
They didn't shop local. I think that's, I don't know what they call that. Is it PTO, PT, something in that favor, that parents organization feeding the crowd, feeding the players tonight.
Boosters.
Booster Club, thank you.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. College, I think, is a booster a bad word at a college place?
No, not anymore.
Pay to play.
Maybe 5 years ago it was, but
SMU might disagree.
Nowadays it's just business. Yeah, all the things that SMU got the death penalty for now is
common.
It's all good.
Our first senior tonight is number 1, Drake.
Bought into the expectations of the Girard Trojans baseball. He holds himself and his teammates accountable and works hard every day. Number 1, Drake Brooks. Our next senior is number 6, Jacob Combs, escorted by Troy and Lisa Combs. Jacob has been a 3-year member of the Girard Trojans baseball team, and Jacob leads by example with a great attitude and a wonderful work ethic. Jacob comes to the field every day and works to help make himself and the team better. Number 6, Jacob Combs. Our next senior is number 10, Lath Murr, escorted by Ephraim and Elizabeth Murr. Lath is a 2-year member of the Trojans baseball team. Lath is the ultimate team guy and has a great attitude. He is the guy that will do anything asked of him. Lath plays a very important and underappreciated role on the Trojan baseball team, and he continues to put the team first. Number 10, Lath Murr. Our next senior is number 17, Brock Scales, escorted by Clifford and Janelle Scales. Brock is a 4-year member of the Girard Trojan baseball team. Brock is a very motivated player that wants to get better every day and is always looking to do the right things. Brock brings a lot of great assets to the table and does a great job of leading by example. Number 17, Brock Scales. Our next senior is number 22, Hunter Bennett, escorted by Adam and Katrina Bennett. Hunter is a 4-year member of the Girard Trojan baseball team. Hunter is a key component on the Trojan pitching staff and really strives to get better every day. Hunter is a great leader and works hard to help our team be successful. Hunter is continuing his baseball career as a pitcher at Central Christian College. Number 22, Hunter Bennett. Our next senior is number 23, Wyatt Foley, escorted by Stephanie Wade. Wyatt is a 4-year member of the Girard Trojan baseball team. Wyatt is a good leader and pushes himself and his teammates to be the best they can. Wyatt has had a really good season at the plate and on the mound. Wyatt is continuing his baseball career at Fort Scott Community College. Number 23, Wyatt Foley. Our next senior is number 25, Ethan Merrill, escorted by Lewis and Nancy Merrill. Ethan is a 4-year member of the Girard Trojan baseball team, and Ethan is the definition of a guy that leads by example and is always doing the right things. Ethan works extremely hard and has done a great job for the Trojans this season. Number 25, Ethan Merrill. Seniors, you have done an amazing job of helping build this program, and we wish you the best of luck in your promising future. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for this group of seniors.
Well, Jess, there you have it. A really talented crop of seniors this year for the Trojans. Lots of them going on to play baseball at the next level. And, you know, coaches and fans are going to miss them all next year.
Yeah.
But you got some good youngsters behind them. Some underclassmen with a lot of promise for these Trojans. So they're not done yet, though. Got regionals, playoff action, all kinds of stuff coming down the road. But a good night tonight to recognize those seniors and a great win for the Trojans as they finish off Prairie View 15-0 after 4 innings to earn their 12th win of the season. Trojans improved to 12-3.
Maybe.
And
They might
maybe.
be. Yeah, they might be 15 and
Yeah,
3.
it could be.
Right.
I'm going off max prep, so who knows?
Right. I'm just.
But
if they played 18 games,
they have 3 losses. I know
Right.
that. I know for sure it's something and 3.
Right.
But the Trojans getting set for district play, and again, Girard's going to host that here at Redwood Park. So come on out and see that action live. Support the Trojans here live if you can. If not, we're not sure about the Acacia rules as far as allowing us to broadcast district games. I'm sure BJ's working that out right now with the powers that be. But we certainly do encourage you to come out here to the ballpark and support the Trojans here.
Wonderful facility.
In the upcoming games. Snack bar is pretty darn good. Get you a pulled pork sandwich over there, so you're not going to starve to death. That's for sure. So come on out and support the Trojans, both the boys and the girls, for baseball and softball regionals coming up. I believe both are hosting here in Girard.
I talked to Coach Vinzi. He didn't think
You don't think the softball team's
I don't think
not
the
hosting?
softball team's hosting.
Okay,
Just-
baseball team's
just
hosting.
baseball.
All right, well, come on out and support these boys here, and we'll try and find out where softball regionals are going to be and get that information to you as well. But for Jess Murphy, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us all season long to watch Trojan baseball and softball here on Girard Sports Live. It's been fun bringing it to you, and we're not sure if we're going to see you for regionals.
If not, we'll be back,
If not,
what,
we'll-
September?
Yeah, we'll catch you in the fall.
Yep.
So thanks for tuning in to Girard Sports Live. That's going to do it for us here from Redwoodkey Park. Trojans win at 15-0 over Prairie View. That's a wrap.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.